I've been thinking a lot about one of my favorite poems by Allen Ginsberg, Song. There's an incredible recording of him on YouTube reading it out loud. And while it's an amazing poem, it's a completely different experience to hear him reading it out loud because it's really fascinating how he will say the same sentence or say the same words, but the rhythm and the emphasis has changed and it affects the entire meaning. Um, so, in this little blog clip, I thought that I would read a few parts of the poem that I feel do that, and then I'll also try to imitate him in the way that he reads, which is so distinctive, but maybe hard to do. I guess we'll find out. And then I think that I've found a musical equivalent in Bartok's first violin concerto. And so I'll play a little bit of that after. Okay, here's some of the poem. It's called Song, as I mentioned, and it starts, "The weight of the world is love, under the burden of solitude, under the burden of dissatisfaction. The weight we carry is love." So you can already hear there's a lot of repetition in weight and love, and the way he says under the burden of solitude, under the burden, something about the way he says the second burden, because it's already been said, it has a kind of cumulative meaning, which compounds it into actually being kind of like a word burden, if that makes any sense. And I'm going to skip to the end, which I thought was just the most incredible thing when I heard it. He says, "Yes, yes, that's what I wanted. I always wanted to return to the body where I was born." So first of all, what a twist in story. I freaked out. But also the yes, yes, something about the repetition of such a positive word is really powerful. And then the emphasis for this one sentence, "that's what I wanted." He says, "That's what I wanted." And that's kind of like you see this thing. And then "I always wanted," it changes the emphasis to this kind of yearning. And then "I always wanted" is again so powerful. And then he tells you what it is. That was the that he had always wanted. And I mean, that was just an incredible experience to read. So then the musical example that I found for this is this concerto starts with solo violin. I'll try to play it. Uh, kind of folksy, gorgeous. I'm not like working on that, and I don't usually play cross-legged in bed, but yeah, that was roughly the beginning. So it starts out lonely and burdened, I don't know. But I guess the end, and I'll actually play James Ennis's recording. It's been harmonized all over the place throughout the whole first movement. And then at the end, he has the violin playing the same thing like 3 times, but the way that he reharmonizes it each time in the orchestra reminds me of the Ginsberg, because each time a different emotion is evoked, but it's all cumulative and together it means something so much. And then the composite at the end, when he tells you what it is and resolves, is yeah, very similar. And that's really cool because it resolves and it goes home. And just like the poem, it returns to where he's always wanted to go. Um, so yeah, I love that poem and I love this piece, and it's been fun to think about it and record for you guys. Okay, bye.